The next word is sponsor. Sponsor means a person or company that gives money to support someone or something. The team got a new sponsor for the tournament. This means a company gave them money to help with the event. She found a sponsor for her education. This means someone paid for her school or college. The concert was sponsored by a local business. This means a local company gave money to support the concert. The next word is spray. Spray means to send liquid out in many small drops. She sprayed perfume on her neck. This means she used a bottle to put perfume on herself. He sprayed water on the plants. This means he used a bottle to wet the plants with water. The car was sprayed with paint. This means paint was spread over the car in fine drops. The next word is spread. Spread means to move and cover a larger area or to make something go in many directions. She spread butter on the toast. This means she moved the butter over the bread surface. The fire spread quickly through the forest. This means the fire moved fast from tree to tree. He spread the news to all his friends. This means he told many people the information. The next phrase is spread out. Spread out means to move away from a central place so there is more space between things or people. The students spread out across the field. This means they moved to different parts of the field. The papers were spread out on the table. This means the papers were placed all over the table. Let's spread out to search the area. This means let's move apart to look in different places. The next word is spreadsheet. Spreadsheet means a computer file with rows and columns used to organize numbers and data. She made a spreadsheet to track her expenses. This means she used a table on the computer to manage her money. The spreadsheet shows last month's sales. This means the table contains information about the things sold last month. He entered the data into the spreadsheet. This means he typed numbers into the table. The next word is squeeze. Squeeze means to press something firmly. She squeezed the lemon to get juice. This means she pressed the lemon to get the liquid out. He squeezed my hand tightly. This means he held my hand and pressed it hard. She squeezed the toothpaste onto the brush. This means she pressed the tube to get toothpaste out. The next phrase is squeeze in. Squeeze in means to manage to fit into a small space or limited time. Can we squeeze in one more chair at the table? This means we are trying to fit an extra chair even though the space is small. He squeezed in a quick workout before work. This means he found a short time to exercise. We squeezed in a visit to the museum before leaving. This means we managed to go to the museum even though we had little time. The next phrase is squeeze into something. Squeeze into something means to fit into a small or tight space. She squeezed into her favorite pair of jeans. This means she managed to put on jeans that were very tight. He squeezed into the crowded bus. This means he got on the bus even though it was very full. The book barely squeezed into the small shelf. This means the book fit into the shelf even though it was a tight space. The next word is stab. Stab means to push a sharp object, like a knife, into something. He stabbed the meat with a fork to cut it. This means he pushed the fork into the meat. The attacker stabbed him in the arm. This means someone hurt him by pushing a knife into his arm. She stabbed the paper with a pen to mark it. This means she pushed the pen sharply into the paper. The next word is stain. Stain means to leave a mark on something, usually by something dirty. The coffee stained her shirt. This means the coffee left a mark on her shirt. He accidentally stained the carpet with red wine. This means he spilled wine and it left a mark on the carpet. The shirt had a stain on the collar. This means there was a dirty mark on the shirt's collar. The next phrase is stand, something, in something. Stand something in something means to place something into a particular position, usually for display or storage. She stood the vase in the center of the table. This means she placed the vase in the middle of the table. He stood the painting in the corner of the room. This means he put the painting in the corner. They stood the books in a row on the shelf. This means they arranged the books neatly on the shelf. The next phrase is stand, something against something. Stand something against something means to place something in a position where it is leaning against something. He stood the ladder against the wall. This means he placed the ladder so that it leaned on the wall. She stood the chair against the door. This means she leaned the chair against the door. The box was standing against the table. This means the box was leaning on the table. The next phrase is stand, Something. By something. Stand something by something means to keep something near or close to another thing. She stood the bags by the door. This means she placed the bags near the door. He stood his tools by the workbench. This means he kept the tools close to the workbench. The lamp was standing by the window. This means the lamp was placed next to the window. The next phrase is stand back. Stand back means to move away from something, usually for safety or to give space. The firemen told everyone to stand back from the burning building. This means they asked people to move away for safety. Please stand back so I can fix the car. This means please move away so I have room to work on the car. They stood back to watch the fireworks. This means they moved away to keep a safe distance from the fireworks. The next phrase is stand by somebody. Stand by somebody means to support or remain loyal to someone. She promised to stand by him during difficult times. This means she promised to support him when things were hard. He will stand by his friends no matter what. This means he will always support his friends. They stood by their leader throughout the crisis. This means they continued to support their leader during a difficult situation. The next phrase is stand for something. Stand for something means to represent or symbolize something. The letters USA stand for the United States of America. This means the letters are an abbreviation for the full name of the country. What does the acronym CEO stand for? This means asking what the letters CEO represent. The flag stands for freedom and justice. This means the flag is a symbol of freedom and justice. The next phrase is stand out. Stand out means to be noticeably different or better than others. Her red dress made her stand out at the party. This means her red dress was eye-catching and different from what others were wearing. He always stands out because of his unique ideas. This means his ideas are so different that people notice them easily. The painting stands out in the gallery because of its bright colors. This means the painting is easy to notice because of its use of bright colors. The next phrase is stand up for something. Stand up for something means to defend or support a belief or cause. He stood up for his rights during the meeting. This means he defended his own rights when speaking in the meeting. She always stands up for what she believes in. This means she defends her personal beliefs without hesitation. It's important to stand up for the environment. This means we should support and protect the environment. The next phrase is stand up for somebody. Stand up for somebody means to defend or support someone in a situation. She stood up for her friend when others were criticizing him. This means she defended her friend against the criticism. He stood up for his sister when she was bullied. This means he defended his sister from being bullied. You should stand up for your teammates when they need help. This means you should support your teammates in tough situations. The next phrase is stand up somebody or stand somebody up. Stand up somebody or stand somebody up means to fail to meet someone at a planned time or place. He was stood up by his date at the restaurant. This means she did not show up for their dinner as planned. I can't believe she stood me up again. This means she did not meet him when they had planned to. He was stood up at the train station. This means no one arrived to meet him at the station. The next word is standard. Standard means something that is usual or typical and is used as a model or reference. The hotel provides a high standard of service. This means the hotel offers service that meets a high level of quality. She has a standard of excellence in her work. This means she expects very high quality in the work she does. There are certain safety standards that must be followed. This means there are rules or levels that must be met for safety. The next phrase is standard of living. Standard of living means the level of comfort, wealth, and access to basic needs like food, housing, and healthcare. The standard of living in the city is very high. This means the people in the city enjoy good services and comfortable living conditions. They moved to a country with a better standard of living. This means they relocated to a place where the quality of life is higher. Improving the standard of living is important for everyone. This means it's important to raise the level of comfort and quality of life for all people. The next word is stare. Stare means to look at something or someone for a long time, often with surprise or anger. She stared at the painting for several minutes. This means she looked at the painting without moving her eyes for a long time. Don't stare at people. It's rude. This means it's not polite to look at someone for a long time without looking away. He stared in disbelief when he saw the news. This means he looked at the news with surprise or shock. The next word is starving. Starving means to be extremely hungry or to not have enough food. I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving. This means I am very hungry because I haven't had any food. The children were starving because of the famine. This means the children were suffering from hunger due to a lack of food. After the long hike, we were all starving. This means everyone was very hungry after the long walk. The next word is state. State means a condition or situation that something is in at a particular time. The car is in good condition. It's in a perfect state. This means the car is in a good condition and works well. The country is in a state of emergency after the earthquake. This means the country is facing a serious situation due to the earthquake. His health state improved after the treatment. This means his health condition got better after he received medical care. The next word is statement. Statement means something that is said or written to provide information or an opinion. She made a statement about the new policy. This means she gave an official comment about the new policy. The lawyer read a statement from the defendant in court. This means the lawyer read the words written or said by the defendant. His statement about the meeting was unclear. This means what he said about the meeting was not easy to understand. The next word is statistics. Statistics means facts or data collected and used for analysis, especially numbers. The statistics show a rise in the number of students. This means the data shows that more students are enrolling. According to the statistics, the crime rate is decreasing. This means the data indicates that crimes are happening less often. She studied the statistics on the country's population growth. This means she examined the data about how the population is increasing. The next phrase is stay out. Stay out means to remain outside or not enter a place, usually for a period of time. The children were told to stay out of the kitchen. This means the children were asked not to enter the kitchen. He decided to stay out of the meeting because of the arguments. This means he chose not to attend the meeting to avoid the conflict. They stayed out in the garden until it got dark. This means they remained in the garden until evening. The next phrase is stay over. Stay over means to spend the night at someone else's house or a place other than your own. She invited me to stay over at her house for the weekend. This means she asked me to spend the night at her house for a few days. He stayed over at his friend's house after the party. This means he spent the night at his friend's place. We decided to stay over in the city during our trip. This means we chose to spend the night in the city during our travels. The next phrase is stay up. Stay up means to remain awake and not go to bed, often for a late night. I stayed up late studying for the exam. This means I did not sleep and studied late into the night. She stayed up watching her favorite TV show. This means she remained awake to watch TV. He had to stay up all night to finish the project. This means he stayed awake the entire night to complete his work. The next word is steadily. Steadily means in a regular, consistent, and continuous way. The car moved steadily down the road. This means the car moved at a constant speed without sudden changes. She worked steadily throughout the day. This means she worked consistently without breaks. The water level rose steadily after the rain. This means the water level increased gradually over time. The next word is steady. Steady means not changing or fluctuating, remaining constant and stable. She has a steady job with good benefits. This means her job is stable and does not change much. His heartbeat was steady during the medical test. This means his heart was beating at a consistent rate. The economy is growing at a steady pace. This means the economy is improving slowly but consistently. The next phrase is steady nerves. Steady nerves means being calm and able to stay relaxed in stressful situations. She showed steady nerves when speaking in front of the large audience. This means she remained calm even though she was in a stressful situation. He has steady nerves when dealing with difficult problems. This means he is able to stay calm when facing challenges. You need steady nerves to work in high-pressure situations. This means you must remain calm and not panic when working in stressful conditions. The next phrase is strong nerves. Strong nerves means being able to remain calm and not get easily upset or frightened in difficult or stressful situations. He has strong nerves and never gets nervous before a big performance. This means he remains calm even before important events. She faced the danger with strong nerves. This means she stayed calm and unafraid in a dangerous situation. You need strong nerves to work as a surgeon. This means you need to stay calm and focused in stressful medical situations. The next word is steam. Steam means the hot gas or mist that forms when water is heated. The steam from the kettle made the kitchen feel warm. This means the gas that comes from boiling water made the kitchen hot. She watched the steam rise from the hot coffee. This means she saw the vapor coming from the coffee. The train was powered by steam in the past. This means the train used steam as its energy source before electricity or diesel engines were used. The next word is steel. Steel is a strong metal made by combining iron with carbon. The building was made of steel and glass. This means the building was constructed using steel as the main material. The car is made from steel for strength and durability. This means the car is constructed using steel to make it strong. Steel is used in many tools and machines. This means steel is a material commonly used to make various tools and equipment. The next word is steer. Steer means to guide or control the direction of something, usually a vehicle or animal. He steered the boat toward the shore. This means he controlled the direction of the boat to bring it closer to land. She steered the car through the busy streets. This means she controlled the direction of the car as she drove through the crowded streets. The farmer steered the horse to the stable. This means the farmer guided the horse towards the stable. The next phrase is steering wheel. A steering wheel is the device in a car or vehicle used to control its direction. He turned the steering wheel to the left to avoid the obstacle. This means he moved the wheel to the left to change the direction of the car. She held the steering wheel tightly while driving on the highway. This means she grasped the wheel firmly while driving fast. The steering wheel controls the car's movements. This means the wheel is used to change the car's direction. The next word is stepfather. A stepfather is a man who marries someone's mother but is not their biological father. Her stepfather is a kind and supportive man. This means the man who married her mother is very caring and helpful. He has a good relationship with his stepfather. This means he gets along well with the man who married his mother. Her stepfather helped her with her homework. This means the man who married her mother assisted her with schoolwork. The next word is stepmother. A stepmother is a woman who marries someone's father but is not their biological mother. His stepmother is very nice and always takes care of him. This means the woman who married his father is kind and looks after him. She has a good relationship with her stepmother. This means she gets along well with the woman who married her father. Her stepmother cooked a delicious dinner for the family. This means the woman who married her father made a tasty meal for everyone. The next phrase is stick something in. Stick something in means to push or insert something into a space or container. She stuck the key in the lock and turned it. This means she put the key into the lock and turned it to open the door. I stuck the letter in the mailbox. This means I put the letter into the mailbox. He stuck the paper in his bag before leaving. This means he put the paper inside his bag. The next phrase is stick something into. Stick something into means to insert something into a particular place, often with a quick or forceful action. He stuck the knife into the piece of wood. This means he pushed the knife into the wood. She stuck the pen into her pocket. This means she put the pen into her pocket. He stuck the money into his wallet before leaving. This means he placed the money inside his wallet. The next phrase is stick something through. Stick something through means to insert or push something from one side to the other, usually through a hole or gap. He stuck the wire through the hole in the wall. This means he pushed the wire from one side of the wall to the other through the hole. She stuck the needle through the fabric. This means she pushed the needle through the material. The key got stuck through the door and we couldn't remove it. This means the key was inserted in such a way that it was difficult to take out. The next phrase is stick out. Stick out means to extend or project beyond a surface or boundary. His hand stuck out from under the blanket. This means his hand was visible and extended from underneath the blanket. The building's roof sticks out over the street. This means the roof extends beyond the edge of the building. Her hair sticks out from under the hat. This means her hair is sticking out and can be seen under the hat. The next phrase is stick to something. Stick to something means to continue doing something, especially by following a plan or rule. He decided to stick to his exercise routine. This means he chose to continue following his exercise schedule. She always sticks to the rules at work. This means she follows the rules carefully without breaking them. You should stick to the instructions when building the furniture. This means you should follow the directions exactly when assembling the furniture. The next phrase is stick together. Stick together means to stay united or close, especially during difficult situations. The team stuck together during the tough game. This means the team remained united and supported each other during the difficult match. We need to stick together if we want to solve the problem. This means we need to remain united and work together to find a solution. The friends stuck together through all the challenges. This means the friends supported each other during difficult times. The next phrase is stick with something. Stick with something means to continue or stay committed to something, like a decision or a plan. He decided to stick with his current job. This means he chose to stay with his job and not look for another one. I will stick with the plan we made last week. This means I will continue following the plan we agreed on. She stuck with her decision even though it was difficult. This means she remained committed to her choice despite the challenges. The next phrase is stick with somebody. Stick with somebody means to stay loyal or supportive of someone, especially during tough times. She promised to stick with him no matter what. This means she promised to remain loyal and supportive to him in any situation. He always sticks with his friends when they need help. This means he remains supportive and loyal to his friends when they are in need. They stuck with each other throughout the difficult journey. This means they remained close and supported each other during the challenging times. The next word is stiff. Stiff means something that is rigid, not flexible, or difficult to move. After sitting for hours, my back felt stiff. This means my back was sore and difficult to move after sitting for a long time. The muscles in her legs were stiff after the workout. This means her muscles felt tight and hard to move after exercising. The fabric is too stiff to wear comfortably. This means the material is not soft or flexible enough to be worn easily. The next word is stimulate. Stimulate means to encourage or increase activity, excitement, or interest in something. The teacher's speech stimulated the students to think more critically. This means the teacher's words made the students more engaged and thoughtful. Caffeine can stimulate your body and keep you awake. This means caffeine can increase your energy levels and prevent you from feeling sleepy. The new movie is expected to stimulate interest in the arts. This means the movie is likely to increase people's curiosity and excitement about art. The next word is stock. Stock refers to the supply or inventory of goods or materials, or shares, in a company. The store has a large stock of fresh vegetables. This means the store has a lot of fresh vegetables available for sale. She bought stock in the technology company. This means she purchased shares or ownership in the company. The company is running low on stock for the new product. This means the company has very few remaining items of the new product. The next word is stool. A stool is a simple small seat without a back or arms, or a type of furniture used for sitting. He sat on a wooden stool at the bar. This means he sat on a small seat made of wood at the bar. The doctor asked the patient to sit on a stool for the examination. This means the doctor wanted the patient to sit on a small seat for the checkup. She used a stool to reach the top shelf in the kitchen. This means she used a small step-like seat to help her access something high up. The next phrase is stop over. Stop over means to make a brief stop at a place while traveling to another destination. We will stop over in Paris for one night before continuing to Rome. This means we will stay in Paris briefly for a night before going to Rome. He decided to stop over in New York during his business trip. This means he planned to visit New York for a short time during his travels. They stopped over in London on their way to Australia. This means they spent a brief time in London before going to Australia. The next word is stopover. A stopover is a short stay or break in a journey, typically at an airport or a city. They had a stopover in Dubai before flying to Tokyo. This means they stayed briefly in Dubai before continuing their flight to Tokyo. The stopover in Singapore was a great opportunity to explore the city. This means the short break in Singapore allowed them to see the city. She enjoyed the stopover in Munich on her way to Greece. This means she had a pleasant short stay in Munich while traveling to Greece. The next word is storage. Storage refers to the action of keeping or storing things, or a place where things are stored. They built a new storage facility to keep the extra goods. This means they constructed a building to store additional products. I need more storage space for my clothes. This means I need a bigger area or container to keep my clothes. The warehouse is used for the storage of electronics. This means the warehouse is where electronic products are kept. The next word is story. Story refers to a level or floor of a building. The building has 3 stories. This means the building has 3 levels or floors. She lives on the top story of the apartment building. This means she lives on the highest floor of the building. The office occupies the 2nd story of the building. This means the office is located on the 2nd floor of the building. The next word is stormy. Stormy means characterized by strong winds, heavy rain, or other types of bad weather. The weather was stormy with heavy rain and strong winds. This means the weather was bad with lots of rain and gusts of wind. We had to cancel the outdoor event because of the stormy weather. This means the event was called off due to the bad weather conditions. It's been a stormy week with thunderstorms almost every day. This means the weather has been consistently bad with thunderstorms occurring frequently. The next word is straightforward. Straightforward means simple, clear, and easy to understand, or direct in manner. Her explanation of the problem was straightforward and easy to follow. This means her explanation was simple and clear, with no confusion. He gave a straightforward answer to the question. This means he answered directly and without unnecessary details. The instructions for the project are straightforward. This means the project's instructions are clear and easy to understand. The next word is strain. Strain means to use too much effort or a force or tension that causes something to become damaged or stressed. She felt a strain in her back after lifting the heavy box. This means her back became hurt or stressed from lifting the box. The team is under strain due to the upcoming deadline. This means the team is feeling pressure or stress because of the tight deadline. He strained his eyes by reading in poor light. This means he overexerted his eyes, causing discomfort or strain. The next word is strangely. Strangely means in an unusual or unexpected way. Strangely, the car wouldn't start this morning. This means it was unusual or surprising that the car didn't start today. He acted strangely when he heard the news. This means his behavior was unusual or unexpected after hearing the news. Strangely, the package arrived a day earlier than expected. This means it was unexpected or surprising that the package arrived early. The next phrase is strangely enough. Strangely enough is used to introduce a surprising or unusual fact. Strangely enough, he was able to finish the project ahead of schedule. This means it is surprising or unusual that he completed the project early. Strangely enough, she didn't like the movie even though it was highly recommended. This means it's surprising that she didn't enjoy the movie, considering its positive reviews. Strangely enough, the phone call came just when I needed advice. This means it was unexpected or surprising that the phone call arrived at the perfect moment.